everybody. Welcome back to the Tipsy Ghost. We're your tipsy hosts, Sarah, and Lindsay.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Well, hello.
Bonjour.
Was that like a
Hello.
British?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Howdy. I don't know what's going on there.
How? Okay.
Oh.
You took bonjour. Arrivederci? Is that hello or goodbye?
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, what is
That's
happening?
perfect. Guten Morgen.
Oh, you've lost me.
Aloha.
Ni hao.
Keep going.
Hold on.
G'day, mate.
G'day. Ah! That's what I was going to do. Dang it.
Yeah.
Hola.
Konnichiwa.
Good one. Thank you.
Hi.
I was like, I'm at the end of my rope. Sup?
Hola. I think we've gone as far as we can go.
Yeah, we went further than I thought we would. Let's be real.
That's what she said.
No. It only took 1 minute to get to that's what she said joke in.
That's also what she said. 1 minute to get it in.
Oh, okay. I was like, to get the joke in? I gotcha. I'm there. We're there.
What's new?
We're drinking the quirks. I have been loving the quirks lately.
Yeah, you know what? I prefer them. I think they're my favorite for the moment.
I do too.
Flavored seltzer.
What's new? So my kid started baseball again. And last year, I don't know if I talked about this, but last year he was a little too young for t-ball to the point where he was like the youngest kid on the team, and all these other kids are like hitting the ball like into the outfield, and he's like barely getting it off of the tee.
Yeah.
And he at one point walked up to bat, holding the bat behind him like a tail, and turned to the stands and said, "Look, Mom, I'm a T-Rex."
Aww.
Which was really adorable, but the entire team laughed. And I was just like,
that's sweet.
it was sweet, because it's like, sweet little 4-year-old, I love
Yeah.
you, but like also stop embarrassing Mommy in front of all these other moms.
We're playing a game.
You're playing a game. Please stop acting like a T-Rex at your game. So this year he's been doing better. He can hit the ball better. He's running the bases. He used to just like chase the ball instead of run to first base.
Oh, yeah.
So now he can run the bases. He's doing better. He's paying better attention. So this past Saturday he had a game, and my parents were in town. My in-laws were in town, and so they came to the game with my brother and my sister-in-law. So like he had a cheering section. There was like 10 of us.
Right.
And he's on third base, and they, the kid hits the ball or whatever, and in T-ball, they all run one base, no matter where the ball goes, or there's no outs. So he's on third base, and he starts running home, and as he's running, he pulls one arm up, right up here, like, by his shoulder,
Like
half
a
bent,
claw.
like a claw.
T-Rex.
And my mom is sitting next to me. She goes, "What is he doing?" I said, "Oh God, it's the T-Rex."
Oh no.
And then he pulls his other arm up. So he's running with both of his arms up like a T-Rex. And I yell from the stands. I go, "Stop doing the T-Rex!" And he stops in the middle of the field.
Stops running?
Yes.
Altogether? Oh,
and he
no.
looks around the field, like looks to the outfield, looks to second base. Like, I'm on the field with him. I'm like, dude. And so finally he goes, "What?" And he turns and looks at me, and I like gave him the mom look and like the cut it out look. I go, "Go home." And so he just starts running towards the dugout.
Oh no.
You ruined his game.
I know.
He was going to make it to the base if you wouldn't have mommed him.
I know. Thankfully, his coach is at the home base, and so his coach kind of redirected him, got him to come touch the home base, and so then he touches home and he looks at me and he goes, "What?" And I'm like, my husband helps coach, and he's in the dugout. I'm like, "Just go to daddy. Just go to daddy." By now, like, everybody's laughing at this poor little boy who's running.
Whose
bases
mom is ruining his
like
T-ball
a
career.
T-Rex.
His career.
His T-ball career. And so I told my husband, I was like, "I really thought we were past the T-Rex stage." And he was like, "Apparently not."
Maybe it gives him confidence.
It was just so funny how he inched one arm
Slowly
up
creeped
and
up.
then the other.
And you're like, oh no, it's the T-Rex.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think he's ever going to grow out of it.
No.
Because I also reference T-Rex because I have really short arms.
Do you also run like this?
Do you also run like a T-Rex?
It's been a while since I ran, but
I
maybe.
told him after the game, I said, "If you're going to run like a dinosaur, don't run like the T-Rex." He goes, run like a velociraptor because it's
Yes,
faster than
exactly.
the T-Rex. And I said, yes.
Well, now, but his arms are going to be behind him. A little
I
airplane.
feel like that would be cooler then.
I don't
Like a
know.
T-Rex.
Can he run like a triceratops?
On all fours?
Yes.
Yes, around the bases.
Please video that.
Oh gosh, I should have videoed it then.
Like, kid, we've got a request today. When you run home, do it on all fours.
Don't worry, I did get reprimanded by my husband, the assistant coach, who was like, "Don't yell at him when he's running the bases." I'm like,
See?
Yeah, well, you know.
"Acting like a T-Rex."
He needs to stop.
I know.
It's funny how you're wearing. I'm
No.
just laughing at her doing that.
Oh.
I said it was funny how you're wearing a Jurassic Park shirt
I
tonight
am.
too,
I am wearing
Representing
a Jurassic Park
him.
shirt.
on your shirt.
I am
It's cute.
my little dinosaur savant.
Did you guys ever play sports like that when you were growing up?
I did.
Not with a bat and a ball. I did kickball, soccer,
Oh.
track.
Those have balls.
Oh my god.
Not with a bat and a ball.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I did soccer and basketball. I did not do t-ball or baseball.
Mm.
You know, if we would have lived in the same state, we would have played against each other.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you be on the same team?
In the same state.
Well, we come from different backgrounds. We would not have been at the same school.
I see. Okay. Well, this is going to come as a huge shock, but I was not that great at team sports. I know, shocking.
What?
If talking was a team sport, you would be great.
Not
She was a dancer.
Not as a 5-year-old. I was not a good talker when I was younger. Matter that. Anyhow, I was the first to be traded every game.
Hang on,
They
trades?
traded as kids?
If you didn't have enough players on the other team,
Aw.
guess it was volunteered to go to the
What
other
sport was
team.
this?
It was T-ball.
Oh, T-ball. They're like, you can take Sarah.
Every
Take Sarah.
time. I have memories so many times of having to go change my shirt into the other
Aw,
color.
that's so sad.
The other side.
Oh,
I
dear.
know. I know. So that was the end of my T-ball career. It was short-lived.
Very short-lived.
I did play kickball, and I was really good at kickball.
I love kickball.
But I played that in like college. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had like a league in our town where I lived, and
Mm-hmm.
we'd go out and drink beer on Sundays and play kickball league. It was a blast, actually.
We had like intramurals, and dodgeball intramural was like the game to play
Yeah,
for some reason in college. Like everybody loved the dodgeball.
but then you
I
have
don't know.
balls flying at your face.
I didn't play it. I cheered on my now husband. I cheered on his team. And I was just like, yay, good job, guys. Way to dodge the balls.
Do you remember that line from Clueless when she's like, "My doctor told me not to be in sports where balls fly at my face."
Yes, I do. It's a classic line.
She got her nose done, yep.
Yes. Thank you.
She had a nose job.
Just said that? Yep.
Yep.
Right.
Yes, both of you.
I stopped playing sports at 12. I'm sure that comes as a shock to everyone. Like 7th grade. I was like, nope. That's when the
You were over it?
clumsiness really, puberty maybe had something to do with it. That's when I got real clumsy.
You're just stuck.
It just stuck. It never went away.
It was a habit you developed, and then
And I was just like,
so
you
here
know
it is.
I'm not going to be an athlete, and that's okay.
It's okay. I wasn't either. It's fine.
You did dance, though, at least.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like that takes athletic ability.
A different type. Yeah. I suppose so. Yes. So did Boydston.
Mm-hmm.
I did not dance. I cheered.
She cheered.
She cheered.
Anyways, what are we going to talk about tonight? Fools.
We are doing our group episode of a paranormal on the Winchester House.
Paranormal. Yes.
We're doing a paranormal.
You know what?
Yes.
Suck it.
So what?
It.
It.
It. We're doing the Winchester House in San Jose, California.
That's true.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I had like a cheer track.
Woohoo.
Like, yay! Applause.
You guys won't let me do the anymore, so.
You're
I
right.
don't remember saying that you couldn't.
I think it was Lindsay that yelled at me during
Oh,
the
okay.
episode to stop.
Whoa.
I feel like you need to bring it back. Raise up the energy level.
Okay, what are we doing tonight?
The Winchester Mystery House.
Stop doing that. Oh my gosh.
This is a topic we've been wanting to do for some time.
Because we want to go there.
We do. It's on our bucket list.
Mm-hmm. But it's kind of far away from us, which is why we haven't
yeah.
been there.
Mm-hmm.
All the things. But it's cool.
It's
All
not
right.
like UK far, but it's far.
Yeah.
No,
Felt like
no.
drive there and a day trip.
Yeah, it is in America.
Yes.
Specifically, it is in San Jose, California.
Correct.
So the Winchester house, like I said, is in San Jose, California, and it was once the residence of Sarah Lockwood Party Winchester, the widow of William Wirt Winchester. Say that 5 times fast, y'all. And heiress.
I will not.
I won't either.
She was the heiress to the Winchester repeating arms fortune. All right, so Sarah.
What's that, a song?
Winchester repeating arms fortune.
This is like my Vanna White voice.
That was.
All right, so Sarah Lockwood Winchester, she was born in 1839 in New Haven, Connecticut. Sarah and William were wed on September 30th, 1862. They had one daughter, Annie Pardee Winchester, who was born on June 15th, 1866, but sadly she died a month later on July 25th of, I am going to mispronounce this.
It was a weird word.
Marasmus?
I wasn't familiar with it, so
It
sounds great.
Severe malnutrition.
Aww.
I looked it up. So
That's
kind of,
awful.
yeah, it reminded me of like Failure to Thrive.
Mm-hmm.
And she was only a month old, so
Dang.
I'm sure it was probably pretty common back then when, infant death was kind of higher.
Got it.
So she lost her daughter, her only child, and then she lost her mother, her father-in-law, and her husband William all within a year shortly after that. So William, he died of tuberculosis in 1881. After William's death, Sarah saw a psychic or a medium who told her to travel west, where she must continuously build a home for herself and the spirits of people who fell victim to the Winchester rifles. So she went to San Jose, California. She bought an 8-room farmhouse and began the longest home renovation pretty much ever, I'm going to say. It's kind of debated whether she was doing this because she was just so depressed and lost her family and just needed something to focus on and wanted to start over, or if it was because she really believed that she was haunted by the ghosts of the victims of the rifles and was trying to escape them. So she inherited $20 million when her husband died, which in 2019 is $543 million. She also had a 50% holding in the company and roughly would get an income of $1,000 a day, which in today's dollars is $26,000 a day.
She just didn't know what to do with that money. It was burning a hole in her pocket.
$26,000 a
Yeah.
day. Like, I can't even imagine.
I know, yeah.
That's crazy to me. So, she bought the unfinished farmhouse in 1884. And what did she do with it, Sarah?
So carpenters were hired to work on the house all day and through the night until it became a 7-story mansion.
Jeez.
They were literally there all of the time. So every day, every minute, didn't matter.
24/7.
24/7.
365.
That's what she did with her money, basically. She felt the need to continuously build the home. So, and like Lindsay mentioned, was it to keep spirits happy? But nobody really knows. It did involve several bizarre requests, however. She did not use an architect. I know that's shocking. This all came out of her own brain.
What?
Did the dog fart over there? I swear I heard it.
I don't think so.
It was
His are
cute.
usually little squeakers.
They look
It was
a little
cute.
snuggly. Look at them. Willows are silent but deadly.
Ooh,
Mm.
SBDs.
She sleeps under our bed, and all of a sudden I'll be like, I'll look over at my husband. He's like, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
They smell so bad.
Okay. So again, she didn't really ever use an architect, and I know that's shocking because, the house makes so much sense. So
It does.
this all came from her own brain. There are stairs and doorways that lead to nowhere, windows that open to look into other bedrooms, and stairs with odd-sized risers. Sarah was also obsessed with the number 13, but nobody ever really knew why. The house has many 13-paned windows, 13-panel ceilings, as well as 13-step stairways. There are also 13 bathrooms, and one of them has 13 windows. She likes the number 13, okay?
One of the bathrooms has 13 windows in it.
That's correct.
That's a lot of windows for someone to watch you pee.
Well, hold that thought. She also had them build trapdoors, secret passageways, a skylight in the floor, spider web windows, and staircases, again, that lead to usually the ceiling. There's a dangerous door on the second floor that opens out into nothing. Some say that the house was built like a labyrinth to confuse the ghosts. There's another theory out there that says that she may have been a part of a secret society, which could explain the hidden meanings in some of the architectural designs. Other people just thought she was just plain crazy. Who knows? Fun fact, there's only one photo known of Sarah Winchester. She was very reclusive.
I did see that, where, like, they weren't able to find any pictures of her or something.
Yep. She didn't want to go anywhere.
I mean, sounds like she was pretty depressed, also.
She had some things going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. In 1906, there was an earthquake that caused some damage to the house. This resulted in the house being only 4 stories instead of 7. The home's actually built on a floating foundation that is believed to have saved it from a total collapse during this earthquake. This type of foundation allows the home to shift freely since it's not completely attached to the brick base. I don't really know exactly what that means, but basically it just means that the house didn't completely collapse in the earthquake. And they're giving credit to however it was built. Sarah was actually trapped, though, in one of the rooms after the earthquake called the Daisy Bedroom, and she had to be dug out by her staff because the entrance was blocked by rubble. It's said that Mrs. Winchester preferred redwood because she liked the actual wood, but she didn't like the look of it. So she had everything stained to look completely different. And I just said, that's like next level petty. Like, I like this, but I mean, that's when you have so much money.
You got
the money.
To do it. Yep.
In total, there are about, and I put that in quotes because we don't really know, 161 rooms. This includes 40 bedrooms, 2 ballrooms, 47 fireplaces, over 10,000 panes of glass, 17 chimneys, 950 doors, 52 skylights, 6 kitchens, 2 basement levels, and 3 elevators. It's tiny.
That's a house.
I guess.
I bet we could investigate all of that in one day.
I think so. Just literally just walk as you go. Run.
Spend 5 minutes in each room.
So nobody's actually been able to get an accurate count on the rooms. After it was converted to a tourist attraction, which we'll talk about here in a minute, the owners kept coming up with different numbers every time. It reminded me of your castle story with the towels.
Yeah.
At one point, the property was approximately 162 acres, but has since been reduced to 4.5 acres, which is the minimum amount to maintain the house and the outbuildings. So maybe they just sold the land. Who knows? The house also has gold and silver chandeliers, fancy as shit flooring, because I didn't understand when they were explaining it, and trim. And it's extremely colorful and full of different types of materials. Sarah suffered from severe arthritis, so a special staircase was installed as a replacement for her original steep staircase. She was still walking the stairs, but they were much easier to do, so it was just a lower incline for her. It was only a couple of inches. And back to your bathroom statement.
Yes.
There was actually only one working bathroom in the house.
What? For a house that big, there's one bathroom?
Well, bathrooms aren't important. Everything else is.
I mean, I guess she lived there alone, but still.
It said that they built...
her house.
Didn't matter. She was going to walk there. She was committed, okay? It said that the others were built as a decoy for the spirits. You got to take a shit? Too bad. You got to go. Spirit? You can't go here.
7 stories, and she has one functional bathroom.
4 now. She got reduced after that.
The other bathrooms went away with the earthquake.
They were on the top 3 floors.
She also said that she slept in different rooms each night to confuse the spirits, which kind of goes back to your statement. Like, she could have been all the way over here and gone. Doesn't matter.
Gotta wake up in the middle of the night to pee. You gotta walk.
Yeah.
You have to figure out where you are first.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's getting her steps in.
I think she did. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
She
sure
probably
she
had an Apple Watch.
I think so.
I bet she did. She had the money to have one.
The original Fitbit. Okay.
The original Fitbit. It was like...
The house had forced air and heating, which I guess was like, it was kind of new for the time. I don't know exactly what they mean by forced air and heating.
AC?
I'm assuming so.
Okay.
That's what modern houses have.
That's what modern houses have. Yeah. So
it's not a window unit. It comes out the walls or the floors or maybe the ceiling in some places.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. It also had, indoor toilets and plumbing, although only one was used. Push button gas lights.
It's a thought that counts.
Is it? Not sure.
And she had her own personal and the only hot shower, indoor plumbing.
Well, because there's only one bathroom.
One functioning bathroom.
Gosh, those poor men who are like working on her house, they all have to share one bathroom.
Was
Probably
the
where the porta
functioning
potty came from.
bathroom in the same area as the functioning shower?
I have no idea, but
I
that's a
wonder
good
if
question.
she could be like, you pee here, but then
You gotta
you have to
shower
shower
here.
somewhere else.
Don't you think the ghost would figure it out that if there's only one functioning?
Is
they'd
that
be
how
like,
she's
I
going
mean,
to
we get
confuse
it.
them by bathrooms?
They're like, we see you using this one over. I mean, give it up, okay?
Oh, she's not in this bathroom. This must not be the right bathroom.
She'd go in there and shut the door and be like, okay, I think they believe me now.
I will
got
say,
him.
out of all the places we have visited, the bathroom has never been a place where we have been concerned. I don't think ghosts care about the bathrooms.
Well, you know.
Everybody needs their private time.
Yes.
Ghosts have
Very
boundaries.
respectful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ghost
Ghosts are
boundaries.
like, oh, you know what? The door's closed.
Oh,
I can't go in.
They peek their head in. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, ma'am.
Excuse me.
The door was locked.
Can't get through the locked
Occupied.
Occupado, ghost. Go find another bathroom.
I think that's exactly how it went. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it in my
Just
brain.
a guess. One of the elevators was electric, which was extremely fancy at this time.
It's electric.
Fancy. Boogie woogie woogie woo.
What?
Oh.
Woo.
You added a.
Sorry.
That was funny.
She got excited.
Wiggy, 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 woo. Okay. Many of the windows were stained glass windows that were made specifically for her, including ones, I think I mentioned this earlier, but a lot of them looked like spider webs.
Okay.
I don't know.
Creepy. I'm there.
And the repetition of 13 of the panes there. And one of the windows was actually never installed, but it was stored in a room called the $25,000 storage room. Accurately named because the contents were appraised at a value of, you guessed it, $25,000.
Okay. I was going to guess, but it's fine.
You don't have to. I said it for you.
That's a mouthful of a name, and also that sounds like you're asking for someone to come steal from you. Hey, we've got stuff that's over $25,000 here.
You'll never know what's in there.
It's expensive stuff.
Guess how much that money that is nowadays.
Hold on. Let us actually guess.
Okay, I will.
Okay, from what year are we talking about?
25,000. You said right?
This was in the 20s? Like
Okay,
early 20s?
It is 250,000.
I was going to say 275.
Oh, it is approximately $382,000.
I win.
This is The Price is Right.
Yes.
I should have said $1.
You would have lost.
Lowballed it.
And lost.
Yes. I won. Yay. What do I win?
Nothing.
She
I don't know. I'll think
wins.
about it. A shot.
She wins and says she should have said something that would make her lose.
I should have done this.
Just to be funny.
You win a shot of tequila or whatever we pick for you.
You want
no
some
more
Jaeger?
tequila. No more Jaeger. Get out of here.
You want
Never
some
again.
vodka cranberry?
No.
Okay.
Ugh. No.
Rum?
Rum.
Oh my gosh. Why are you naming all my least favorite drinks?
Well, I don't know. It was funny. All right. So Sarah Winchester died on September 5th, 1922. The cause of death was ruled as heart failure, and she left a will written in 13 sections,
Of
which
course
she
she did.
signed, guess how many times?
13 times.
13.
13 times. Do you
We
think
both won.
Do you think the movie, wasn't there a movie called 13 Ghosts?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
there was.
I was thinking about this as I was writing it.
Where
Do you
there was,
think
like,
that
one
there
ghost
was
on
any
each floor?
connection? Well, I don't know if it was each floor, but there was in the house.
Yeah.
That movie's actually really spooky.
I haven't even seen Winchester. I've seen 13 Ghosts, though.
I started Winchester. Yeah, it's great. 13 Ghosts is, I
Maybe
think,
it is.
scarier.
Maybe it is based off. I don't know.
I
That
don't
was a
know.
good thought.
Thank you. It is said that upon hearing the news of Sarah's death, the carpenters quit so abruptly that they left half-hammered nails protruding from the walls.
They were like, we are done. We have
Yeah.
been waiting
That was
how many
funny. They were
years
like,
to
oh
stop.
my god. Can you imagine, though, that just that nonstop hammering? Ugh.
I was going to say, how'd she sleep?
Well, the house
In
is really
different
big.
beds.
Yeah.
She had them working over there. Okay, after she died, all of her possessions were given to her niece and her secretary. Her niece basically took what she wanted and sold the rest to an auction. Supposedly, it took about 6 trucks working 8 hours a day for 6 weeks to remove all the furniture from the home.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe she was a hoarder, too. I don't know.
You think?
This huge, lonely, empty house.
Yeah, it's actually kind of sad.
Yeah.
She never mentioned anything about the mansion in her will, and most appraisers thought it was actually pretty worthless because of the damage from the earthquake and because it was completely impractical for normal daily use.
Nobody's going to live in a one-bathroom household.
You can fix the plumbing, but also you have stairs that literally go into a ceiling.
Sorry, it came off.
Because you pulled it off.
Do you want us to wait?
It was loose and it was bothering me.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I got it. That's funny. It just jumped off of there. I don't know what happened.
What happened?
So it was sold at an auction to an investor for $135,000.
That's it?
Yep.
Well, wait, when was this? This was 1920s?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so more,
500.
but still really cheap. Yeah.
$650.
I'd say, I mean, under $1 million, I would say.
Okay, I concur with all those things.
I'm saying that's very cheap for how big of a
It
house
was,
it is.
yeah, it was. And that's why, because nobody thought it was worth anything
Mhm.
the way it was built. It was leased to a couple named John, and I think you say Mamie, M-A-Y-M-E.
That's great.
Mamie. They eventually bought the home, but 5 months after Mrs. Winchester's death, the house was opened to the public in February of 1923. Mamie was the first tour guide.
There is no mourning period.
What? Yes, I know. They were like, okay, bye. In 1974, the house earned landmark status.
I was going to say about that historical society was all over that
Mhm.
business.
Oh, yeah. Today, the home is owned by Winchester Investments, LLC, but nobody really knows who they are. And the home
probably
has...
Zach.
Yeah, I know. The home has lots of things that are there that reflect Mrs. Winchester's beliefs and her obsession with warding off malevolent spirits.
Okay.
The spirits that she was obsessed with are the ones that have inspired her to build the house the way it's now. In 2016, it was announced that another room had been opened, and it contained an organ, like that you play on.
Okay.
I felt like I should clarify that.
Not like
A liver.
organs that come out of bodies. Okay.
A Victorian couch, a dress form, which I think is like a mannequin, question mark?
Mm-hmm.
A sewing machine, and paintings. In 2017, the Winchester Mystery House became available for daytime tours. It takes the guests through the homes, never before open to the public, and explores the rooms that were once unfinished at the time of her death. And it's often cited as one of America's most haunted houses.
Bum, bum, bum.
Did you like that segue?
It is, because that's my first sentence.
Look at this.
Shut
We
up.
all did this.
Of
My
course we
last
did.
sentence was her
Yes.
first.
I was trying to think of a way to lead it in, and I ruined it.
No, you did good.
No, you did great. 'Cause you did exactly what I did.
That's true.
Toot your own horn? You did good, because that's what I did. So it is cited as one of the most haunted places in America, and I'm going to talk about some of the things people have reported to support that claim, because both visitors and employees have reported experiences.
Okay.
So since Sarah Winchester's death in 1922, visitors have heard footsteps in her bedroom, seen doorknobs turn themselves, they've been overcome with icy chills, and temporarily lost their vision.
That's not good.
Non-functioning eyes?
Yes, non-functioning eyes.
It's all back to the eyes.
So kind of piggybacking off of what Sarah said from the earthquake, it caused serious damage to the Winchester house, and she was trapped in a room until workers were able to set her free. But she was so deeply shaken by her experience that she had the room sealed, and it stayed that way until recently when the room was opened and they added it to tours. So on one of those tours, a guide gathered participants in this room to explain the history and point out the objects found inside more than 100 years after it was sealed. The guide heard a loud sigh in the hallway and went outside to bring in what she thought was a straggler. She didn't find any tourists, but did see a small ghostly form gliding around the corner.
A little one.
A little
A
one.
little ghost.
So of course she followed it.
Naturally.
As you do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She still didn't see anyone, but she heard another sigh. Visitors report taking photos with strange shapes in the windows. Some claim to have come across Clyde, a mustached man who has been seen pushing a wheelbarrow in the basement and repairing the fireplace in one of the ballrooms.
Does he have like a curly Q mustache? Because that's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, let's say that.
Okay.
A visitor gave feedback once saying that they really enjoyed the actor near the ballroom fireplace, wearing white overalls and a Victorian boater hat. And I think you know where we're going with this. It was not a real person.
I called it.
Oh my god, that's shocking.
You did so good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
She's so, like,
You did a great job.
both of you. So patronizing.
I meant it.
I didn't.
High five.
Prior to the mansion opening for tours one day, a worker was on a ladder. He felt a tap on his shoulder, turned, and no one was there.
No one was there.
He went back to what he was doing. That's when he felt what seemed like a hand pressing against his back. He was still the only one in the room.
Was it a tiny hand?
Yes. Tiny ghost hands.
Oh, gentle.
Just a hand holding him up, letting him, hey, I got your back, bro.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
So they think it might have been Clyde helping him out.
Aw,
Aw, Clyde and his
Clyde.
little mustache.
so friendly.
There have been tugs on shirts and skirts during tours.
Clyde.
Okay.
We don't know if that's Clyde. Might be somebody else.
Not pants, though.
A
No
long-time maintenance worker named Denny said that after entering the water tower, he heard footsteps above him. Thinking it was a trespasser, he went up the stairs to let the person know that it was off limits. The strange thing is that the footsteps always seemed to be a beat ahead of him and one floor above. He chased the sound all the way up 3 stories and to the roof, but found no one. A popular spot for activity seems to be the 3rd floor. Tour guides have claimed to hear footsteps and disembodied voices whisper their names, which is now a new goal of mine.
You've had
It's
something
happened.
whisper Sarah. Missouri State Pen.
But I want it to be a disembodied voice.
Oh, not just a whisper, like a full-on.
You want
Sarah.
like, you want to hear it, not just an EVP.
Like Belvoir German voice. I want
Yeah.
that to happen, but to say Sarah.
Okay, well now you're just getting picky. You've already had an EVP say your name,
Oh, boy.
That sounded jealous.
and
It
you've
was
had your
cool.
hair pulled.
Me
Yes.
too.
It was me slamming my drink down, but it was on a cat coaster, so it lost the effect.
It was a castle coaster.
It was a muted slam.
It was, but I'm
I felt
angry.
it. I felt it.
Angry.
Okay. One of the guides took to Reddit, and under the name Thelonious Jazz,
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I love that.
she said, "The creepiest moment I've had in the house was once when I was leading a tour. There was this one door that kept opening and closing. I knew that it wasn't the fan because it was pointing away from the door and it wasn't moving. I knew there wasn't anyone on the other side of the door because we don't often send people into that part of the house to clean. And that's always on a Wednesday anyway, and this was a Tuesday."
So it's a Tuesday. That explains it.
Oh.
Lindsay.
I believe. Continue.
Thank you. It couldn't have just been the breeze because that door led to another part of the house that was inside, and there were no open windows in the rooms on either side of the door. Still don't know what it was. Also, to add to the creepiness, the room that was on the other side of the door was the same room that Mrs. Winchester passed away in.
It was her.
Yeah, this
Mystery
Mrs.
solved.
Winchester.
Another Redditor, an ex-tour guide named Vulcan Death Grips.
Is that his real name?
Yes.
I think so.
It's on his certificate.
I love that.
Had this to
Put a
say.
ring to it. Okay.
I mean, I'm a Star Trek fan, so I get it. When asked if it was actually haunted, he said, "Let's just say yes. The servants' quarters."
Let's just say yes.
Not just yes.
Not just yes.
Does it
Let's
help
just
if it
say
was bolded, underlined, and there was an exclamation point?
Oh,
Okay, yeah,
he
that does change
meant
the.
it.
Let's just say yes.
He
Like
means
that.
it.
Okay.
He actually meant it. He wasn't being an asshole.
Got it.
The servants' quarters, the 3rd floor, is the scariest place in the house. Many guides have heard footsteps following them on this floor when they were completely by themselves. This happened to me just once, and I was not expecting it. But I'd probably say one creepy thing was when a few tour guides / supervisors I know were walking the house, unscrewing light bulbs and locking doors, which is their nightly routine. And when they unscrew the specific storytelling worth light bulb, it stays on for another 5 minutes.
Why do they unscrew the light bulbs instead of just turning off the lights? I'm just saying that seems like a lot of work to have to go through this massive house and unscrew all the light bulbs to rescrew them back in.
It is, but also when they unscrewed this one storytellingly worth light bulb, it stayed on for 5 minutes. So literally, my boss was walking around holding a still lit bulb.
Oh, okay. So he
like
took it
in
out.
his hand.
Mm-hmm.
That seems like it would
I
be
thought
very
it was just
hot and
like
burn
gently
his hand.
unscrewing.
Maybe he's wearing gloves.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
It would
That's
burn your
wild.
hands.
I need you to
what I
rein
thought.
yourself in.
Maybe
Sorry.
it was cooled off and still lit. Okay, I don't know.
Or he had gloves.
Or he had gloves on. I don't
He
know.
had gloves. Okay.
That was the light bulb thing. And finally, when asked if they had seen any apparitions, the response was this: "No, I have not. Although my uncle, who was an after-hour security guard, did notice the 4th floor balcony doors swinging open and shut. He thought from the wind one night, which is strange considering they can only be closed by a latch from the inside. So he goes through this pitch black haunted house around 3 a.m. or so, all the way up to the 4th floor, only to find the doors closed and locked by the time he got up there. This house has drawn names like Houdini, psychic Sylvia Brown, medium James Van Praagh, who allegedly channeled Sarah at a seance once, and she was happy with all of the visitors in her house."
Do you think she prefers visitors named Sarah?
Probably. We should fulfill that for her.
I think so.
I bet there's never been a Sarah in that house before.
And also, Zach has been there.
I knew what I was waiting
Zach
for.
has
It.
been there.
And
Twice,
here's,
I
I
think.
need to go. I need to step up on a soapbox
Okay. let's
Okay.
hear it.
because
You get
I'm
up there.
so frustrated. And I like to, watch things if we're going to talk about them and they're
Sure.
famous. I want to, get a little more details. And so I go to look up. I knew that he and the crew had been to the Winchester Mystery House.
Right.
And so I go to look it up. I look on Travel Channel. They gave me a season episode number to look at. So I go to, this is one of the reasons why I got Discovery. Discovery Plus is
Yes.
supposed to have all
love
the
it.
episodes of Ghost Adventures. And spoiler alert, if you have not bought it yet, they do not have all the episodes of Ghost Adventures.
Discovery Plus.
They have quite a few, but not.
There is a conspiracy, a Ghost Adventures conspiracy. There are missing episodes.
like seasons or just random
Just
episodes?
episodes.
Well, funny you say that. So there's episodes, but also anywhere you look, there is no season 10. Season 10 never happened. It's not a thing. And so I go to look for it, and I look on, my first is Discovery, because that's where I'm
Right.
paying to see all these Ghost Adventures. And then second is Hulu.
Yeah, they don't have as much. but
They don't. I think it's the tier that I have. They start at season 11, and still there's just a few select episodes. So then I go into Prime, and it's the same thing. Like there's missing episodes.
And you should be able to find anything on Prime because you could be able to buy it.
Yes, that was my intent. I was like, fine, Zach, I'll give you money.
Yeah.
I just want to watch this. But it's not a thing. So I was looking into it, and one of the theories from the internets is,
You went to the internet.
I sure
absolutely.
did, there's a couple of
Fearless leader.
things. One is that there is a music copyright issue. Another is that there were some people, specifically in a couple specific episodes, that had like tragic endings to their lives.
I remember that.
And
I do
so,
remember.
out of respect, they're just not showing those.
Yeah.
However, that theory would be the most plausible in my opinion, but there is an episode out that still has them in it. So I don't...
Well, he mentions her in several episodes. Too.
Yes.
Yeah, he talks about her after she passes. Too.
And don't they do like some experiment where they're trying to like channel her and that? I don't know.
I don't know. It's this
Wild.
whole conspiracy. All I could watch is the aftershocks where they barely even talk about the Winchester house. And then they revisited the Winchester
Yes.
house, but I was so annoyed at that point that I just didn't do it.
I wonder if they revisited though because they knew that first one was probably taken down. But I
Maybe.
remember the first one because I think Nick was there
Yeah.
on the first
I'm
one.
pretty sure. I don't know.
I don't
remember.
know.
I've seen it, but I
It was
don't
an old
remember.
one.
Yeah, that many details about it.
So
I know Aaron was there.
about a week ago, I was sitting down just trying to figure out what I wanted to watch. And I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch every single Ghost Adventures from season 1, episode 1 on. And of course, I worked. And so I only got to like the second episode. And then here we are. But that just spoils my whole plan. Now I can't watch them all.
That's weird.
You might just have to be a flexible thinker and do the ones that are available for you.
Do you know her? It's
I'm
an all or nothing.
Still disappointed. Very
I
disappointed.
get it. I understand.
So that is my little caveat about Ghost Adventures.
Okay.
And I am going to Vegas soon, so I fully expect to Karen in the museum and demand to speak to the manager and ask.
I highly doubt that, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Demand to speak to the owner.
Okay, yeah.
I need Zach. I need to talk to him about Discovery Plus and Prime.
I have questions. Okay?
Where is season 10, Zach?
I have questions. I need answers. But so...
You'll probably meet him.
We have questions.
We need answers.
Love it. So what I did do, though, is I watched a lovely movie called It's Not Winchester. It's not the one with Helen Mirren. Mm-hmm. It is The Haunting of Winchester House. It's from 2008, and this was probably the best thing that had happened to me this year.
Gosh. Where did you watch it on? Is it Prime?
One of those platforms.
I'm gonna laugh if it was Discovery. I don't know.
I quite like Discovery. I know that's a bummer, but I still really like them.
There weren't any commercials, so we know it wasn't Hulu.
Okay. Well, then it
Probably
had to have been Prime or Netflix.
You know, I bet it was Prime.
Yeah, because I still get commercials on Discovery.
Yep. I'm gonna say it's Prime.
And it doesn't sound like something that'd be on Netflix.
No, it certainly is not. So it was a lovely movie. They worked they worked really hard on it.
Sounds so supportive.
It might have been maybe a lower budget movie than
I think she's giving them an A for effort.
A bunch of, blockbusters.
Okay.
The special effects were
I can't wait.
Interesting. But here's what got me.
Okay.
There is an actual plot and there's a plot twist in it that I was not expecting, and
I want to watch this movie, so
I won't spoil it for you, but I highly recommend. Don't go in there with high expectations as far as cinematography or special effects makeup.
Haunting at Winchester Mansion. I actually made that up.
I think
that's right.
The Haunting of Winchester House.
Okay, I was so close.
I don't have Discovery, so I'm hoping it's on
Prime. Well, it wouldn't if it.
I think it. I don't know.
Are there movies on Discovery? I haven't really seen many. I've just seen shows.
I don't know.
The Haunting of Winchester House.
Yes.
It is on Prime.
How about that?
I highly recommend that you watch it. While you're watching it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm going to watch it tonight.
You should. While you're watching it, just think of me being all excited to get some information about the Winchester House.
Okay.
Because it's not so the premise is based off of, it's this old house from, this lady named Sarah, and she had to build it kind of crazy because she was, hiding from the spirits. But that's the extent of how it connects to the actual Winchester Mystery House.
Okay.
I highly recommend it. It's a really fun movie.
We'll follow up next episode with our opinion.
Winchester House?
No.
I don't think so.
Because Winchester with Helen Mirren, they actually filmed at the house.
There's a lot of green screens in this movie.
Okay.
And the fact that I know that says something about
the special effects.
Yes. But again, highly recommend.
Wait. Can we regroup at the next recording and talk about our opinions?
We can.
Okay.
Please, but please text me right after you watch it.
I will. Okay. I can't wait.
I have another fun fact about the Winchester House. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
There is a ghost story musical about this.
Oh, I thought you meant like the ghost at the house.
They have their own story.
We're
putting on a musical
called The Haunting of Winchester that premiered in 2005.
Shut up.
I said, how have we not heard of a ghost story musical?
Did they steal that idea from us from the Elms? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We didn't copyright that shit.
Ghost story musical is something that is our calling, you guys.
Do you have an example?
I did not watch anything. Let me hold on.
I got Spotify here.
I was gonna YouTube. I'm looking to see where it's showing at and when. No events this month. Try next month. I feel like I just think that's hilarious that they made a musical about it.
I have a question.
We have a calling in our future.
What if we put on Winchester the musical?
Like Susical the musical? But Winchester the musical.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. With tiny hands? As ghosts?
Yes.
Tiny
I call
ghost
Clyde
hands.
I'll be the tiny
You've already
hand.
got the mutton chops.
Clyde has the tiny
Rude.
hands.
Clyde has the tiny hands that come up. I'm just going to touch you on the back while you're on the ladder.
Yes, it's a hand of support.
I'm here to support you.
All right, guys, let us know if you want us to put on a musical about the Winchester house. I love your tiny hands.
I support you.
Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in for our group paranormal about the Winchester house. You can always find us at thetipsyghost.com and find all of our socials from there. Or you can...
Yours isn't even tiny, your hand, and it's flexible. Mine's
It's on my
rigid.
finger.
They're literally waving their tiny hands at each other.
Mine's a medium hand. Oh.
All right. You can also find us at thetipsyghost@gmail.com and send us your emails from there. You guys are so funny.
Please give us a 5-star rating and a great review on anywhere you feel like. We would greatly appreciate it.
Putting your tiny hand up your nose.
I got my thumb up, my tiny thumb up, my tiny nose.
Oh, they're all about the same height.
All right,
Oh,
guys.
there you go. That's what you need. The hook. The hook.
The hooks.
And it is time to end this. Thanks so much for tuning in this week, guys. We will catch you guys next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.